Hello and welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons with the comic book community. Trying something different there. How you boys doing tonight?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
That was unenthusiastic.
Sorry, I'm still
Great.
Just saving it for the show, saving it for your characters.
Jabram.
Well,
Yeah, Jabram.
Yeah.
So speaking of, last we left you guys, you were sailing back to East Haven on Jabram's boat after picking up the chest of gold that the Sea Hag promised you and delivered on. And so we're going to pick up with you guys returning to town unless you want to do anything while you're on the boat.
I'm good. Let's go to town.
All right. You get back to town and you reach the docks and all is pretty quiet. It seems like maybe it is later in the day, so not too many boats are sailing in or out. And you get to the dock without much hubbub.
Sweet.
So we have to go and then report back to
Right. So it's the captain of the guard, or I forget what they're called exactly. The
We'll go to that person then.
Captain Arlagath. Is
easy for you to say. Yeah.
the captain of the town's guard, and she is the one who asked you to take on this quest.
All right.
So just to remind you of the locations in this town, because I know it's been a while since you actually were here. Been a couple. So there is the White Lady Inn. There is a town hall, and there's the Wet Trout, which is the tavern.
Yes, the one that Old Wolf can't go into. Tickles.
Yeah.
He has been banned from the town.
Aside from being on the band list at that place, are we in good with anybody at this time? I don't think this is our first time really being here, right?
No, you spent some time at the White Lady Inn. You did the seance there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you have spent a couple days here. You were pickpocketed at one point when you were walking to the inn.
Yep.
So yeah, you have some. You've had some interactions in this town already.
Okay. Well, let's go check in with Arl at the the town hall or wherever she hangs out.
Okay. You head to the town hall, and the streets seem pretty quiet. And you get there, and there's two guards out front of the door, and one of them says, "May I help you?"
Yes, we're looking for Old Bath.
"Oh, I'm sure you can get a bath at the inn."
I'm sorry. Bad Bath. What? Dill, do you know?
I believe her name is Arl, and she said she asked us to come by and update her on a certain situation.
"Oh, Arlagath."
Yeah, that's the one.
"Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Well, it's very suspicious that you don't know her name exactly, but usually this time of night she's over at the Wet Trout."
Oh, that's very nice of you. I appreciate the assistance.
Yes.
And we'll
Go to the what? We're going to go to the
Watch your
side.
pockets.
Right. I appreciate that reminders as well. All right. I will make sure I'm huddled right near somebody big like Tickles. The whole walk over.
So you're going to head over to the Wet Trout.
Correct.
Very good. Okay.
So I go in. Will you go in?
Yes, you go in. Well, you can try to go in.
I'm going in.
The rest of you can.
If he's going in, I'm
Are you,
not.
are you trying to stealth in, or are you just brazenly walking in?
I'm just going to, I'll stealth.
Jesus. Maybe you should just try going up to the bar and apologizing and see how far it gets you.
Well, I don't want to just be like slam the door open and just like, you know.
Have you never just opened a door? It's not this hard, man. You just walk right in.
I'm just okay. I'm going to just like.
Do you want me to hold your hand?
Walk in. Yeah, since I just covered your wallet all the way over here, I might as well just like take my hand on
If I was tall enough, I'd grab you by the ear and walk you in.
Take my little. You know.
I nudge Doc and go, it looks like Benjamin Button.
Who?
I'm not that ugly. Come on now.
We are missing a member tonight that Gordon
Yes.
just pointed out in the chat.
Yeah.
For sake of the story, once you landed back in town, he said he had something to take care of and hopped away. And you'll catch up with him later.
All right. So
Okay.
I'll
Sorry.
walk Tickles up to the owner of the establishment.
She sees you, obviously, immediately, and puts one hand on her axe that's behind the bar and says, what are you doing back here?
He's come here to deliver the world's greatest apology and to offer you 20 gold pieces as a way of trying to smooth things out.
And I look down at you and I like.
Shut your mouth, man. Wait until she asks for the apology.
All right, I'm ready. Let's hear it. Better be good.
I'm so. I really am so.
I'm like wiping the drool off my forehead.
She's raising the axe to her.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I thought you were hot. I wanted to get your number, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said that to you. I apologize. I don't really think you're that hot, so I'm sorry.
And give her the gold too.
Oh, and I give her
20 gold pieces is, I think, fair. That sounds reasonable to me.
I would like to magic illusion a golden halo around his head.
All right, make a persuasion roll for me, please.
That's my favorite part of D&D is these moments.
I got an 11.
For you, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Right, with an 11 and the 20 gold, he puts her axe down and says, all right, but you get one more chance.
All right.
Your kindness and charity will be known throughout the land.
Yeah, whatever he said. Yeah.
That doesn't help.
Don't push your luck.
No, I really mean it. Whatever he said. I mean that.
All right, go sit down away from me somewhere.
As he leaves, it transforms into devil horns.
Really, dildo? Really, 20 pieces? Come on.
Hey, we're at least able to sit down and enjoy a drink again.
Could I sit down?
I'll buy you the first
Can I
round.
just-
How's that?
Could I just stood up for 10? I mean, come
I doubt it.
on.
Do we join him, Doc, or no?
She overhears you guys having this conversation. She says, "You're lucky I didn't ask for 30."
See?
Yeah.
Come and sit. I'll buy a round.
As
You'll feel better.
As you turn, you survey the tavern, and you do see Captain Arlagath as well as Scython, who you have previously had an interaction with. He's the owner of the ferry. He's a tiefling who gave you some gossip last time, and he's
he's a funny character.
a drunkard.
Yeah. And they're together.
No,
Funny guy,
you
drunk.
do know, tomato.
Right.
They are not together, but they are both present, and that you recognize them both.
Is she in the midst of a conversation? Is she?
No, she's sitting by herself.
All right, I'll scoot over her direction then.
Okay.
Well, we're back, and we have news for you if you have time to hear it.
Oh yes, of course. Good news, good tidings. I hope.
I mean, certainly much more interesting. Do you mind if we join you?
Please.
All right, and then I'll buy around. I don't know whatever that is for everybody. And I will. Let's see. How would I explain the story? Turns out, you had yourself a. Was it a nymph? What was it? Was it like a water nymph? What was it?
Sea hag.
Sea hag. Yeah. Turns out you're.
Sea hag, totally different thing.
It's all the same, right? It's not like I've studied this, right? No, wait, I did. Turns out there was a sea hag north of the outside of town, and she was the culprit behind a lot of what you're dealing with. But we've sent her packing. She's gone on her way, and hopefully this will never be a problem, and you'll have to deal with again.
Oh, well, that is good news. But what of the fishers?
Well, she ate them. I mean, they're dead.
Oh dear.
That's what sea hags do. Apparently, I'm learning stuff here.
That's quite devastating. But
Graphic, I know.
I suppose you must have not been able to do anything by the time you arrived, from the sounds of it.
No, they were already in the stew.
Yeah, she'd already cooked them.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but apparently it was delicious. I mean,
Yeah,
sorry, I heard.
Yes.
I heard
Excuse me?
she said something about the flavor and whatnot. I didn't. I tried not to pay too much attention to her.
Well,
Terrible creature.
that will be a difficult conversation to have with the families for sure. But you did the job, I suppose, at the end of the day. So.
And didn't we bring back a couple of items from the fisherman
Yes.
had
Yeah.
just as evidence for her if she wants to pass them on to families or whatever? So I'll pass those back. I'll hand those back to her.
That's very. Oh, Gerber's famous lucky hook. Oh, Gerber's family will be just. It'll be little solace, but little solace, I suppose, is better than no solace.
Too right.
Yes. Well, you are adventurers of your word, and I am a woman of my word as well. And I will give you the payment that I promised. And she holds out 2 items. One is a spell scroll of fireball. The other one is a gray bag of tricks.
Which I can't learn yet because that's a 3rd level spell, right? I think so.
Anyone can cast it if it is not something.
Oh, it's not. Is it a one-time use thing?
It's a one-time use thing that anyone can use.
Okay.
If let me double check
You
here.
got fireballs, son.
Then I shouldn't take it because I'll be learning that spell when I turn.
Well, I think there's
next spell level.
downfalls of.
Oh, if you guys use it instead of me.
Well, if anybody uses it, it's a one-time thing. So if
Okay.
whenever somebody uses it, it is used. It is consumable.
Okay.
But if someone who does not have
Spell casting abilities or whatever.
yes,
You got to be able to use it.
you have to be able to use the spell. If you are not the person trying to use it, will need to make a DC 13 intelligence check. If they fail that, it doesn't work, but it is still used.
So then, what are the qualifications to be able to use it and not have to do the check? To be able to be a magic user, to be able to have. Okay, sorry.
I believe it is if you could cast it at your level.
Okay,
I think that's what it is.
because I think it's a 3rd level spell. So
It is a 3rd level spell.
So you'd have to have a 3rd level spell slot in that theory, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't mind holding on to it, but I mean, I'm going to learn the spell when I hit 3rd level.
Well,
I'll
you
say
get
go ahead, take it.
you get one or the other. You do not get both items.
What's the what? So we have to choose one.
The other one is a gray bag of tricks.
I mean, I'm going to learn the spell. Why don't we just do the bag of tricks? What do you guys think?
Bag of tricks can be handy.
Yeah.
I used one some, and that's where the animals were coming from.
Oh yeah.
So when I hit the
If you-
next level, I'll learn fireball. So I say go with the spell, with the bag. But that's me.
Who gets the bag?
Not you.
Well, I'll let you
Probably
guys
our
argue over
first.
that. But you would like the bag of tricks?
Yeah, I think that's the better pick for us.
Did you want to give it to Gish? He's the bard.
I mean, either Gish or Dild, I think is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's.
I'll hold it for our other.
Are we
friend.
able to look in it before we decide, or what? I don't even know what a bag of tricks is. It's not for kids, right?
Pull it out and you pull out an animal, and it's one
Yeah.
of like 8 different animals. You roll a dice and you see which animal you pull out.
Right. So
Just don't pull out your hog. No, sorry.
you can use an action to pull a fuzzy object from the bag and throw it up to 20 feet. When the object lands, it transforms into a creature determined by rolling a d8 and consulting the table response corresponds to the bag's color, which I will take care of that. So basically, you get a friendly creature that acts on your turn. You can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it takes on its turn, or to give it general orders such as attack your enemies. In the absence of such orders, the creature acts in a fashion appropriate to its nature. And you can use it once per day.
Okay, so it's not you don't run out of it.
Correct.
Oh, I think Gish should have it.
It goes everywhere from like a squirrel or a rabbit up to an elk,
Nice.
and an elk, and I think a wolf in there too, or something like that. The last two are actual decent fighter.
Well, thank you, sir. I'll do it good.
The gray bag of tricks is weasel, giant rat, badger, boar, panther, giant badger, direwolf, and giant elk.
Oh,
Those
so
are
it's
ones
got
that-
A lot
more
of good
than
options. Yeah.
Awesome.
If the creature dies, does the bag work again the next day with a different? Okay.
Yeah. It's
So
expected.
it's not. You're not actually throwing the creature. It is
Okay.
a magical item that conjures a creature.
Got it.
All right. Well, she stands up and she says, "You'll have to excuse me. I must go try to figure out how to break the news to these families. I would encourage you to rest up at the inn tonight. Certainly free room and board there for you this evening.
Oh, thank you very kindly.
And I hope to see you before you part ways with the town."
And if you have any other errands that come up that you need handling, feel free to let us know.
I certainly will. You have done amicably. And
right.
she walks out.
Is it just me, or are we supposed to go to a boat and look inside? Perhaps
there
we should
was-
do that after resting.
There was something about a ferry that was stuck in the
Yes.
middle of the sea and some
Yeah, and,
troublemakers on it.
Dugar.
We should check that out after resting, don't you think?
That sounds like a grand
That's a
idea.
great idea.
Let's have a round to celebrate our successful journey. And what did we do with the big treasure chest and all the money?
I think
Well,
you split up the money and didn't do anything with the chest, as far as I know.
It was like 110 gold each, I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what it came out to. So just making sure everybody wrote it down.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, so you're heading back to the inn.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You haven't taken a long rest, have you, since the
No.
battle?
I don't think so.
So
been
you
a hot
guys are
minute.
still in a bit of a rough shape.
Knackered.
All right. Well, you stroll back to the inn, and it is much quieter there than it was at the Wet Trout, mostly because they want to be drinking. They don't want to be sitting around at a musty old inn. So there's not a whole lot going on in the entrance common area of the inn right now.
Nice. Do we still have rooms or do we need to check in again? I can't remember.
The keys are ready for you, and I'm not
Nice.
going to make you go through a whole thing if you're getting free
Okay.
room.
Yeah, we're just going to go in and crash, I think.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good. Then you all retire to your rooms and get a good night's sleep, and you also level up in case. I think we were only talking about that off stream.
Yep.
So everyone is leveled up from completing that quest, and everyone should do a long rest and recover all of their abilities and HP. All right.
Wonderful.
Yes. Tickles, my boy, did you rest well?
The bed's a little small, but it was okay.
Yep, all beds are small for you, aren't they?
Yeah, baby. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, you're funny. Well, let's see. Are we all in one room?
I mean, we could be down at the getting somewhere for breakfast. I
Do they have a
suppose.
continental breakfast?
Right?
Yeah.
They've got fish too.
Okay.
Dild and Gish, I need you to make charisma saving throws for me, please.
I got a 7.
15.
But I'm not known for being very charming.
Much like you have felt once before, you feel this strange mental pull that is kind of drawing you to something, but you still can't quite put your finger on what it is, and it only lasts for a brief moment. But you feel this compulsion to do something, but you can't really.
Some amorphous desire to do something, and I can't quite put my finger on it.
But it is gone just as quickly as it hits you. And
do I notice Dild is the only other one that seems to feel this?
make a perception check.
Did it happen at a certain time, place, whatever, or is it just kind of like it just came on?
Once you wake up for the day.
Okay.
21.
Jeez.
Yeah, I would say you probably. I don't know if you can necessarily say you notice because you don't feel.
Well, I'm going to ask him if you say I sense something that he may have. I'll ask and investigate by questioning him.
Okay, that's fine. With a 21 perception, you do notice that he kind of, for a very brief moment, you notice that he seems like he's very far away.
Oh yeah. Hey, Diddle. I couldn't help but notice. Did you have a weird feeling like you wanted to do something but you don't know what?
Well, that's a very specific question you have there.
Well, because I just felt it myself, and it seemed like you.
No, you didn't.
As I say, you didn't feel
for
it.
a minute.
Only Dild felt it. You did not feel this compulsion.
Oh, I thought you. I didn't know you
I had
said.
you both roll,
you
both
were
roll,
successful.
but only he felt it. So you notice him
Oh, is that
kind of.
you like you weren't here
disassociate.
for a minute? Are you all right?
There you go.
Well, I don't know if I slept funny or still that fish stew's not sitting right. I don't know. I just
Does
just
fish
felt,
stew ever sit right?
I mean, that's fair. It's probably just the food.
Well, let's keep an eye on it.
I mean,
So,
I'll just
is
not eat
everyone
it.
ready? Are we going to a ferry?
Going to
Are you heading down to the?
Yeah, to the lobby.
Okay. Yep. When you get to the lobby, there seems to be a bit of a scuttlebutt around, and you overhear some townsfolk saying something about town hall being attacked.
Oh,
It looks like they really want to tell us that.
So do we walk over to?
no, Gish is trying to pick somebody out of the crowd who seems like they're interested in spreading the gossip and have them spill
Yeah.
the tea a little. Smart move.
There anyone?
Yeah, I mean, you can walk up to any of the people you overhear and see if they want to talk to you.
Okay, well, who do I have as options?
There's two different groups. One is just 2 people. The other one is 3 people, and they're both seem to be kind of having a very similar conversation, but on either side of the room.
Okay. Well, I'll go up to the 2 people then.
Okay.
In Gish fashion. Yoo-hoo! Hello, yes. I'm Gish Tazan, or Tazan if it's Tuesday. I couldn't help but notice you said something was attacked or destroyed. What happened? What new?
Well, that was quite an aggressive approach. It scared the hell out of me.
Well, it's who I am. Sorry.
Hold on, sorry. Make a charisma check for me.
That's his wheelhouse. Here we go.
Just like a save or just a
Flat charisma check.
flat charisma check? A 13.
Okay. It's still a little unclear what happened, but seems that someone or someone's broke into town hall overnight and killed quite a few of the guards and stole some items.
Ooh.
There's little more than rumor beyond that going around.
Was there anything? Do you know where these people went, or not even that information?
Well, funny thing is, it doesn't seem like anyone saw anybody leaving or coming in, so it's kind of
As if phantoms did it.
perhaps ghosts.
Or invisible dwarves.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I concur.
But I'm sure Captain Arlagath or Speaker Whalen may have more information if you can track them down, but I assume they'd be quite busy with all of this.
Yes, well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, it doesn't have to be. It's all right. So I'm gonna walk away a little bit. Do any of the other guys follow me?
The other people in the bar?
No. Pickles, Dill, Doc.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Well, the ones of you that are with me, I'm gonna be like. So, didn't we think that's what we saw at the ferry? Perhaps we should go there first. Maybe that's like a home base. Isn't that fun?
It might be interesting to know a little bit about what was taken and what happened before we head over, just to have that information first.
Well, why don't we go to the scene of the crime? That's probably where the Ola Old Bath is.
I like that. Let's go poke our noses where nobody wants them.
Yes.
Poke our noses where no one has gone before.
So I skip away to the scene of the crime.
Okay, so you're going to the ship?
No, we're going to the town
city
hall
hall
that got destroyed.
Okay.
And
All right,
we're
you go to-
assuming we'll meet somebody there.
All right, so you head to town hall, and before you even get there, even though it's dark out, there's a number of people out front with torches and whatnot, and you do spot Captain Arlagath and Speaker Whalen in the group, but there are quite a few guards milling about as well, kind of trying to maintain some sort of peace and order.
Can we listen in and kind of hear what is being said? Is it too far away for us, or?
At the moment, you're still a block or so away, but
I'd definitely like to get close enough to kind of hear what they're saying, without being like.
Well, Dill, you're like 2 feet tall. Can't you just sneak up? And...
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not super stealthy, but I am petite.
There you go.
But
Okay.
I'm not really going for stealth because I don't mind if they see me. I'm just clearly going to where the hubbub is. I can just as easily be a rubbernecker.
You're going for silence.
Yeah, so you get closer, and you are one of quite a few rubberneckers. Pardon me. In the area, and the guards are kind of trying to keep them at bay. Oh, there's nothing to see here. Move along, move along.
But it does seem like there's an awful lot to see here. It's kind of crazy. Is everyone all right? Did anyone get hurt?
Speaker Whalen will hold a town meeting as soon as we figure things out.
Sorry, Charlie's talking to me. The green one. Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Yeah. What was it?
The guard said that Speaker Whalen will probably, likely hold some sort of town meeting once they have more information. But
okay,
Speaker Whalen and Captain Argoth are in the middle of middle of this group.
Yeah, I'm not going to butt in or anything like that.
They have not noticed you as of yet, but
what is Captain Arlagath doing? How awful would it seem if we was like, hey, do you need help with anything?
What can't you do?
I just want to see what she looks like she's doing.
She and Speaker Whalen seem to be in a fairly intense conversation, not like fighting with each other, but clearly
animated.
Tensions are high, but
okay.
She doesn't seem like she's running around trying to manage a bunch of stuff. She's just
okay. What is it? Chief? What is her title? Sorry, Captain. Captain Arlagath, can I offer a hand? Is there anything we can be doing? It seems like you could use we've got some hands here if you need anything.
She spots you and kind of nods to the guard and ushers you through the line.
There you go.
Are you guys following, or is it just me?
You're in. I'm going.
Okay.
Well, I guess I am now.
It seems like something terrible has happened. Is everyone all right? Is there help that's needed?
She says, "Well, I suppose help might be a little late, much like those fishers that you just found, but help in bringing to justice those who may have committed these crimes. We could possibly use your help. Yeah, as it happens, seems as though someone stormed town hall last night and broke in, slaughtered some guards, and there's was a Chardolin figurehead that was broken apart and stolen, it seems."
It's this stuff again.
Well, that's horrible. I'm very sorry to hear that. Any evidence or any clues that can help us know where we should head if we're to assist you with apprehending these miscreants?
Speaker Whalen at this point butts in. He says, "Yes, why don't you follow me inside, and perhaps we can discuss the issues at hand."
Certainly didn't seem suspicious at all.
Sure, let's go.
Okay.
All right, so you walk into the entryway of Town Hall, and he says, "My apologies. I just at this point, I think it would be counterproductive to spread a lot of the information throughout town. I didn't want to be broadcasting the details of the crimes to everyone."
So, was nobody spotted?
Yes.
During the crime?
This is something we have had our eyes on for some time now.
You had your eyes on it?
Oh, so you can't see it.
Well, we've attempted to have our eyes on it. We've had our nose to the ground, our ears to the... Listen, I'm stressed out, man.
Fair enough. Okay.
So here's the deal.
Here's an interesting theory. Have you thought about invisible dwarves?
Well, funny you should say that because we're 2 steps ahead of you there. In fact, it turns out invisible enemies do indeed walk among us. We've seen their boot prints in the snow, and now we know what they are.
Oh, that's right.
Duergar?
Yes, how do you know?
We killed some of them. Not here.
Well, that would have been handy if you had done it here.
We didn't know there was any here, for sure.
My apologies. I'm stressed out, man.
I get it.
These malevolent drawers of the Underdark have infiltrated 10 towns, and it seems in search of a rare crystal known as Shardalin, which, might I caution you about? Well, I'll get to that. With it, they're building a mighty construct that will lay waste to 10 towns if nothing is done to stop it.
Oh, then we have to do something about it.
Sounds good.
And
I was just able to get into that soggy trout area, that bar over there. I don't want to screw it up, so I think we got to find out what's going on here.
Yes, well, I think that is very narrow-minded of you, but whatever it takes.
Thank you.
Last night, when Town Hall was attacked, our militia did manage to capture one of the Duergar as they attempted to flee, and forced it to divulge the location of their mountain stronghold. Therein you will find a Duergar warlord named Zardarok Sunblight. He aims to conquer Icewind Dale and destroy us all. For the good of 10 towns, will you penetrate the Duergar fortress, slay the evil warlord, and destroy his terrible weapon?
Well, with the names like we have to.
We're known for doing lots of penetration.
Well, exactly what we need. We need some strong penetration that'll break the spine of the world.
Oh,
Don't worry, we'll strap on and go.
Yeah.
The journey will be treacherous, I will not lie to you. You must navigate the spine of the world. It's an unforgiving and ruthless mountain to the south.
Dildo, didn't you find a note or something about stuff like this at one of the other places we've been to?
I did.
That's what you wrote. Okay.
No, that's what Gordon's reminding. But I don't remember what the note said exactly. I'd have to reread it.
Basically read it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was from brother to brother talking about their mission. But it seems like Speaker Whalen already knows more than what the letter suggested.
Okay.
I'm concerned that the Shardalin figurehead that we had here in Town Hall was quite a lot of it, and I fear it may have been the last of what they needed, or close to the last of what they needed. So time is of the essence.
All right.
Well, then we should be on our way then.
Yes, we should.
If you are able to stop them and return our Shardalin, I will give you 50 gold pieces per return fragment. But I will warn you. Shardalin contains dark demonic magic in all of it, so I would urge you not to come in direct contact with it.
And you said 50 gold per piece?
Per fragment, it seems.
Per fragment.
They broke
and it doesn't matter how large the fragments are?
Well, no, of our specific figurehead. It seems they broke it into 3 pieces to move it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I see what you did there. You were going to break it up into 1 million pieces and then ask for 50 million gold.
You're a smart one.
Can't get one over on old Speaker Whalen.
I thought as frustrated as you was, I might be able to get one over you on you. I can tell that's not the case.
Not today.
I mean,
Well, we should probably go instead of annoying you with trying to get it over on you.
I would appreciate that. I'm not in the mood. I'm pretty stressed out, man.
I can tell, man.
Well, have a good a day as you can. We will see what we can do here. Let's go, boys.
Wait, I can show you on a map where we were told the stronghold is if you want, or you can just wander the wilderness. It's up to you.
That would
Oh.
not be handy.
All right. So from East Haven, it is quite a ways south. Indeed, it is in the spine of the world. So it is in a large mountain range. So the journey will be difficult and treacherous just to even get there.
So we are not going to the ship now, or are we detouring?
Well, as soon as we leave the room, I was going to say something about that. So we get shown on the map and we head out.
Yep.
Okay. Well, when we head out, I still think we ought to make a pit stop at that ship. It could have some information for us.
I think so too, actually.
And it's right here anyway. Shall we?
Let's.
Yes.
So we go to the ship. Or the ferry. Or whatever it's called.
All right.
Boat.
That's an awful lot.
Okay. You head to the ship.
All right. Is
The
there an obvious-
gangplank is down, and from the dock, it seems very quiet.
Okay.
Well,
Too quiet.
as we go inside, I cast see invisibility.
Okay.
Cool.
There is a door to a cabin on the aft of the ship, but otherwise the deck of the ship does not seem to have anything going on.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
Is there any other? Is this the only other cabin on this thing or something? Or is this the only door on the ship that we can see?
Yeah, there's some
I think I want to do a detect magic.
okay. There's nothing magical that you can sense at the moment.
all right. Well, I guess we'll just go through every room that we can. I'm looking for anything invisible, which is kind of funny to say.
Okay. There are also stairs going down to like a lower deck cabin area.
Okay.
Well, I'm also take the cabin we can see, clean that out, and then go upstairs.
Wait. Let's go. Let's go in the room that you mentioned.
Okay. The door is actually caked with ice, but it does seem like it has been broken and refrozen a number of times. But at the moment, it is frozen over.
And I suggest to Tickles, do you think you can open this?
Sure. I take a hit. I take a swipe with my axe.
Okay.
I might be able to just pull it, I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Please.
Use that strength, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You just increased it.
I'll Okay, so I'll put my shoulder to it. How about that? I got to roll again for that. All right.
Yeah, I'll do a strength check for me.
Yeah. That's a 12.
Okay. Yeah, you put your shoulder into it, and it cracks the ice, and the door creaks open.
Okay.
So what do we see?
Since I'm at the door, I slowly open the door.
It seems quiet. It seems like nothing has been disturbed in a couple days at least.
What do I see? Is there any description of the room?
It is kind of like a captain's quarters. It has some navigational tools and some maps of the local areas laying about, but
Is there a captain's hat?
no.
Well, I think we can go to the next place.
Right,
It's not a hat. There's 3.
Yeah, one's flaming. Gish, do you see anything in here?
Well, no. I assume you would have said, "Hey, there's an invisible guy there." If I look as I'm looking,
Yes, I would definitely tell you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Smell was detecting someone.
yeah it lasts an hour in case anyone's wondering.
All right,
so.
so I guess we go downstairs then.
Yeah, the only other place was to go down the stairs, right?
Yep.
That's where we go.
Okay. It is dark down here. There's no real light source except for the small amount of light coming from the staircase. What's your dark vision, Gish?
The standard.
Okay. Standing in one of the far corners, you do see a figure.
Is all I see as a figure, or can I see well enough to know if the figure knows that we're there?
You can tell well enough that it is taller than dwarf height, but it has not reacted to your presence yet.
All right. Well, hey, I see you there, good sir.
Okay, roll initiative for me, please.
All of us?
Yes.
Okay.
That's never worked.
It has once.
It depends on the point of view that you're going for.
I suppose.
Well, I mean, if it was going to be something we fought, at least it won't surprise us now.
I mean, you could have just left.
Yeah, but we would still.
We would not have done that.
So.
That's not our way.
Yeah.
So I got a 13.
The way.
Okay. Gish,
Oh crap, 14.
Doc,
3.
and Dild.
7.
Okay, Gish, you are up first.
Okay. Must we resort to violence? And I hold my action.
Okie dokie. Next, it is this figure's turn, and it kind of like seemingly without touching the ground shoots over in your direction. And as it gets closer, you, Gish, can see. Is this spell only you that can see invisible things?
Yes, only me. It only works on me.
You realize that this is a poltergeist, not an invisible dwarf.
Oh. Yeah, it also lets me see ghosts in case anyone's wondering too.
Well,
Okay.
it
Okay.
says invisible, so I figured that would count.
So anything else, or it just appears right
No,
up?
yeah, it is going to attack you.
Oh, okay. Lovely.
All right, so its first attack, it's going to be a 13 to hit.
Miss.
All right, second attack is going to be a 16 to hit.
Hits.
All right. 7 points of force damage.
Ooh.
And then it is Tickle's turn.
Okay, so I see Gish. So I go up to where Gish is, because
You see Gish react to seeming like he got hit with something, but you cannot see what.
okay. So at least I go up to where Gish is,
Mm-hmm.
and I take a. I'm not gonna rage yet. I'm just gonna take a swipe.
All right, give me an attack roll with disadvantage.
Either really bad or really good.
That's a -4.
What?
Well,
How's that
Your
even?
That's
skills, it's
impossible.
not possible to get a -4.
oh well.
What did you roll?
I read that backwards. So that's a total of 8.
Okay, so you rolled what, a 4 or something?
I rolled a 2. I think I did the math backwards last time.
Yeah.
I rolled
Okay.
both die was a 2.
Both of them were 2s. Great. That's a miss.
Glad you took that home with you.
Yeah. Literally 2 2s.
Or did he leave some of it there?
Anything else?
That's it. I don't get another move. So
Okay, Dild.
I have the same. What I'm wondering is if I can get in there and just do burning hands and just like do a cone of flame in the area where I think the thing is. I just don't know how to. There's no like. It's not a range attack, so I can't roll at disadvantage. How do I do that?
Is it a saving throw?
They do a dexterity saving throw.
All right, so I'll just give it advantage on the saving throw.
I like that.
So
Okay, that
you
makes sense.
aren't necessarily pointing it directly at it.
Yeah. So it's a. Let me read it out again. It's a 15-foot cone, and they must make a dex save.
18.
That'll make it.
My other one was a natural 1, so
Oh.
did it take half damage or something?
That's a great question. It does do that, yeah.
And I rolled a 14.
A failed save is half as much. You're right.
am I gonna roll?
I'm sure he would not direct it towards it hitting you no matter what.
Well, how would he know?
I could just see what you were facing and the reaction you had. So I was just going right in front of you and just kind of doing this thing.
So you singe my eyebrows, basically.
I mean, you didn't need that beard. So that was 14 fire damage, so 7, right?
Yes.
There you go.
All right, and then Doc.
I guess I will just swing at it. What I assume is there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. I don't even need to roll twice because I rolled a 1 my first roll.
Okay. In that case, who are you next to?
Let me think. So, Dild would have been. I don't know if I could have been right next in. I meant right next Gish, which would probably explain why I didn't hit anything. I guess I probably would have went up next to Tickles.
Okay.
It'd been either next to Tickles or Dild.
Should we roll to see who's got a higher number?
No, just roll a half damage attack against Tickles.
Okay. That'll be 5.
Okay. So
Five.
because of your critical miss and you're kind of swinging wildly, you nick Tickles. Anything else?
That'll be it.
All right, Gish, you held your action.
Yeah. I will do fairy fire. So, fairy fire, you should have died on the pyre. And I put the whole, since I can see them, you didn't say he, she, or whatever. I'll put the whole 20-foot cube centered directly on them of the fairy fire, and it's a dex save.
You're going to put the 20-foot cube centered on them. They are right next to you.
Yeah, okay. So,
But I think
And everyone
fairy
else.
fire, you only put it on what you want it to go on, don't you?
it's where I said it is.
Okay.
It's a dex
So-
save.
Everyone make dex saves. The poltergeist got a 7.
That's a fail.
I got an 18.
Okay,
A nat 1.
that's a fail.
Real.
Yeah, I figured.
12.
That's a fail. Okay, so any creature in the area for the duration, which is 1 minute concentration, objects and the affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Okay. Very well.
That ends my turn, so I guess it's me again.
Yep.
All right. Well, with that, I am going to, I'm going to. I know this is probably going to give me an opportunity attack or let them have an opportunity attack, but I'm going to back away, probably towards where they came from, my full movement, and then turn and do vicious mockery. So I'll go, yeah, you're not pretty when you're dead, are you?
I rolled a natural 20 on the opportunity attack.
Okay.
So that's 10 damage, 10 force damage.
Okay, 10 force damage, and crap, what did I say I did? Vicious Mockery, that's what it is. And Vicious Mockery is a wisdom save.
16.
Okay, so you pass that, and there's no half because it's a cantrip. So, okay, that ends my turn then. I'll take that damage. You said 10, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Since you ran away and she is engaged in combat with multiple other people, she is going to now attack Pickles because she saw Doc hit one of his compatriots. That is a 16 to hit,
That hits.
3 damage,
Okay.
and 12 to hit.
That misses.
All right. It is your turn, Tickles.
I can see it now, right?
Well, you can see a illuminated outline of it, so you know where it is. So no more disadvantage.
So I'm going to attack it. Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Okay, that hits.
That's 11. No, hold on. That's that plus that. That's 15.
15 damage.
Yeah, because I rolled an 11. And then my strength, right?
Your axe is a D12.
Yep. Great axe.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, okay.
That's my boy, Blue. You're my boy.
Dill. Dill, it's your turn.
I know. I'm just trying to think of what to do here. Now that I can see it, maybe what I'll do, I'll throw a witch bolt. So that's a ranged spell attack here. Nat 20. Suck it.
Okay.
There we go.
Obviously gonna hit.
Now we're talking. All right.
Suck it.
Took on that one, baby. And then I just double the basic damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna hurt. That's 42.
Oh my god. Yeah, you cast this witch bolt, and you just see this outline of a figure just blink out of existence.
Worth it. Worth the spell slot. The second level spell slot's gone.
All right, so you are now out of combat, and a couple of you are still fairy fired, so the room is quite illuminated now.
Sparkles.
So now that the room's illuminated and we're out of combat, is there any other rooms, or was it just this big room at the end of
No,
the
because this served as a ferry, this is basically just like a large holding area for people to. There's some
Be
like
ferried.
bench seating and
Okay.
stuff like that, but it's it's not like an overnight cruise ship. This is just something that ferries people back and forth to the other side.
So would we assume then that we've searched the whole ship?
Yeah, and there's
Okay.
basically you've not found any trace of the Duragar.
Well, it looks like they left, boys. What do you think? Maybe we should go to that what is it, the Razorback, the pig, the mountain, the whatever it was.
Spine of the world.
Yes.
So
Can I do?
we're
Can
done
I?
with right? We're done with the ferry then.
Apparently, I want to investigate. Do an investigation of the captain's cabin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just looking for clues of the Duragar.
As he's doing that,
That's a 17.
no, I'll wait.
With the 17, you notice that there are kind of like 4 outlines of the floor where maybe there's like a little bit less dust, a little bit less frost, where in the shape of what were probably dwarf-sized sleeping bags, but they have been taken away.
But it's clearly been a while since the bags were there.
I mean, long enough that there is. I mean, it's very subtle. It's not like a chalk outline of dust, but
Yeah.
it is. With you really paying attention and looking for something, you notice that there are these slight variations in the floor.
All right. I'll let everybody know that there were 4 dwarves here at some point.
So we're missing 3.
Right, because one of them they captured and killed. I mean, theoretically, if that were all of the dwarves that were here. You're missing 3 that you know of.
Okay, cool. All right. So if there's nothing else here, I guess we're gonna hit the spine of the world, I guess.
And I have a question about that. Assuming that that's a ways away,
Yes, it is.
so that's going to take us a while. Would I be able to get a short rest in on our journey, if assuming we don't get attacked or anything? Just walking.
I mean, as far as you know, between here and there is strictly wilderness. So if you think you can survive a short rest out in the frosty air,
How much are people injured right now?
I'm probably the only one that's really injured, and I was just trying to be able to use my hit dice rather than a spell.
I mean, you can rest now, or you can, wait till
Okay.
you can take a
Hey, boys,
longer.
you mind if we take an hour and rest?
I don't mind taking an hour.
Well, that's how long a short rest is.
Okay.
Well, if everyone's cool with that, then yeah, we just chill in the room, I guess, for an hour before we head out.
Tend to your wounds. All right, yeah. If anyone would like to use hit dice, now is the time to do it. Then
I'm on fine.
Didn't you get hit?
Yeah, I got hit for 3 points.
Just go ahead and use. Okay.
So just throw a die, right?
Yeah. What is it? D12 for you?
Yeah. So I'm all bad.
Well, yeah.
yeah, because you don't know what the next time you'll be able to take a rest is. So
Right.
all right, so you're gonna head out into the wilderness.
Yep.
Okay.
Do we go straight there, or do we go through certain towns and stuff like that?
No, as I just said, they're looking at the map. All you see between East Haven and the spine of the world is just wilderness.
Okay.
Well, hi ho, hi ho. I guess it's off we go. Hey, we still have our owlbear.
He's with Gray.
They're
Yeah.
on a super secret mission
Yeah.
in uncharted space.
Okay.
Um,
That was a suspenseful
yeah, I'm reading this. Sorry. Okay, so you start traveling, and you're trudging through the snow and the plains towards. I mean, you can see the mountains far in the distance at this point, but you get to a point where you see a mountain goat that is slowly approaching you.
and it's obviously a mountain goat.
It appears so, yeah.
So I guess I go up to the mountain goat.
Or we just keep going forward, and if it meets us, it meets us.
Okay.
Okay. As you get a bit closer, and it comes more clearly in view, you see that it seems to be coming out of a small patch of trees, of 4 trees that seem kind of out of place in this otherwise kind of empty landscape.
Oh, Dild, do you see what I'm seeing here? If that's not magical, I don't know what is. Could you check that out?
I'm not going to waste a spell slot on it. It's magical. Let's just see what happens. Because it doesn't tell me what the magic is. It doesn't give me information beyond saying, hey, there's magic.
I didn't know it was a spell slot. Okay.
Yeah, it's a first level spell.
All right. Well, I guess we go up to it, and I'm gonna perception the crap out of it. And what I'm looking for is if it looks like there's some sort of magical trigger or a physical trigger to do something. And if I don't see anything, I'll just walk through. So I rolled an 18 perception, if that works.
Okay. Yeah. You can see that there's definitely something off about the whole situation. It feels like this mountain goat is not walking out of this group of trees. It's walking with this group of trees.
Okay, I let the group know that, and then this is the only way we have to go forward?
I mean, you can try to walk around it, but you're fairly close, so it's not, you'd have to.
So we have a group of trees actually walking towards us?
I mean, that's what Gish seems to have seen, yes.
That's what I said. All right, so what do you guys want to do?
Well,
Go take a look at it.
Why don't you go first, Tickles? Let us know what happens.
Great. All right. So I just walk casually up to a weird goat and a bunch of walking trees. And what do I see anything different?
Hold on one moment. I have to check something. Okay. How close do you get?
10 feet.
If when you get within 10 feet, you see this mountain goat lower its head as if it is ready to attack you.
As if. So maybe not, maybe so.
So I ready my axe, and can I walk another 5 feet?
You can. Would you like to?
Well, I'm not sure. Is there
Are we all just watching this? Because I'm happy.
Yeah.
To give everybody.
Yes, we are.
Like,
It's
mean no
just a
harm.
game. Go for it.
Is it barring the path that we're trying to follow, Alec? Like we can't go around it.
I mean, it's not that there's a path. This is a large, open, snowy area. So you could attempt to, walk horizontally toward of it to try to get around it.
Yeah.
But like if you try to just walk around it within a few feet of it, it clearly has its eye on your party.
Yeah. No, I'm not trying to sneak. I'm just trying to keep a certain diameter and just kind of work our way around to the opposite side of it. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Right.
I mean, if that's what you would like to try.
I'm just holding my hands up. Sorry, didn't mean to disturb your beautiful 4-tree design here. We're just trying to get to the other side. Just going around.
Right.
Peace be to you, friend.
So where am I now that you're yelling across?
I'm right behind you.
Okay.
And like sort of tugging on your. Hopefully, you're wearing clothing, and just to pull you to the side, kind of skirt around.
All right. But I'll go with Tiny, but I'm going to keep my eye on the goat with his head down. So I'm kind of backing off, kind of sidewalking type of thing.
Are you walking kind of trying to walk circularly to it?
Yeah, like an arch. Okay. Make an arc.
But you're still kind of moving forward to a degree.
Yeah, to a degree.
Okay. So as you do that, as you're trying to kind of take a wider berth, it changes direction and starts kind of trying to seemingly cut you off at the pass. It doesn't want.
There we go.
And the trees are in a line directly in front of us, right? They're not one's farther. It's in a row, right?
It's just a small grouping
Okay.
around the mountain goat.
Do we know how many trees there are?
There are 4.
All right, Tiny. What do you want to do?
I'm just making this up as I go. Why are you trying to act like I'm in charge here?
You're
Just trying to
the
keep us from dying.
The other one pulling out my loincloth and telling me to let's go this way. So I'm just watching the goat.
I really hope that's a loincloth. All right.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Do what?
Just you got a fireball, chuck it at the trees.
Well, I don't have that spell yet. I said
Oh.
the next level is when I get it. Ooh, what does that do?
Because I'll just go right up to
Go for it, Tickles. They're only trees.
What did you just say?
Yeah. So how far are we to the goat, and then how far from the goat to like beyond how I can see beyond it? What are we looking at here?
You tell me how far you are from the goat.
I thought we were 10 feet away
I stopped
and
at 10
keeping ourselves 10 feet from it as we kind of arced our way around.
So I don't know, maybe you're 9 feet away from it on the radius, because it's if you're walking slowly this way and it's walking this way, you are getting closer to it.
Don't jinx us, JP. Yeah, I was trying to keep that same distance, but just kind of like moving laterally.
Yeah, so if you want to keep that same distance, you would be continually walking further to the right or left, like whichever direction you're headed, because it is also walking in that same direction. So
it moves with us, is what you're saying.
So it is walking on a flat plane.
Yeah,
like almost as if it doesn't want you to get past that point.
Got it.
So it is not walking towards you at all, but it is walking in the direction you are walking, so that if you were to continue on that arc, you would intercept it, or it would intercept you.
So you want to walk in this path, or you want to?
Oh, well, I could try a misty step and just try to jump myself to the other side. Wouldn't really help you lads, but it's just a thought. As far as I could just see how it reacted to it. It could just get me gored in the end. You're gonna start running, now, is it?
Yes, I'm just gonna dash on the opposite side of the trees and try and just get to the other side.
I'm gonna
minor illusion. See them doing their dance. I'm like, okay, we got a timetable. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna be by myself. You're taking you're gonna
I'm gonna minor illusion popcorn and watch this action.
Yeah, okay. And you're and guess you just
I'm
the opposite way.
Head down right into a goat.
Well, I'm 10 feet on the opposite side of the trees from where you guys are at. So there's nothing in front of me that I see. I'm just going to dash for it and see if it follows me or tries to do anything, and if I can make it, or if there's an invisible wall. We'll find out. Let's get Looney Tunes.
Can I walk towards the goat?
I believe if you just stand a moment, you'll see what happens.
All right, so you guys are wanting to do multiple things. Who's doing what first?
Well, I think Gish just started running while Tickles and I were talking, is what I'm going to assume.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Doc? What are you doing?
Watching the show, I guess.
As you start running, a silvery beam of pale light shines down right in front of where you are headed. It's a 40-foot high cylinder, and you must make a Constitution saving throw, please, as you run into this pillar of ghostly flame.
Natural 1.
There it is.
Cool. You take 7 points of radiant damage, and I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative at this point.
Right.
Alrighty.
They've got
good at one thing.
You're the same thing I got last time.
I got a 17 total.
All right. 17. Gish.
15.
Doc.
20.
And Dild.
7.
Okay, one more while I figure the rest of it out. All right, so first in the order is Doc.
Okay. Saw the column come down and everything. Did I see where it came from or anything?
Yes. It came from the sky.
Well, I mean, I couldn't notice any change in the trees and or goat.
The goat kind of stood up on its hind legs
Okay.
right before it came from the top.
I should be close enough to go up and attack the goat.
Get your goat.
Totes. Dirty 20
Certainly will hit. Hold on,
for
just-
9 damage.
Okay, 1 second.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Is that 15 damage?
No, it was 9.
Okay. All right. Next in the order is Tickles.
All right, so he just hit the goat, and the goat stood up, and all of a sudden there was a light coming down and did 7. Right, that's what you're telling me. So I guess I'm going to attack the goat also. Oh, I'm going to rage beforehand.
JP's got his popcorn out.
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
All right, that hit.
That's a 9.
Did you add your +2 from the rage?
No, that's an 11. Thank you. I keep forgetting that.
All right. Next up is one of the trees, who doesn't take kindly to you
There's 4 trees.
attacking the goat, and so it's going to attack you, Tickles. It's going to swing a branch down at you. 10 is probably not going to hit, right?
Nope.
Alrighty. Then in that case, it is Gish's turn.
All right. Well, try not to fall. Burn them all. And I Bardic Inspiration Dild. You get a die of Bardic Inspiration. It's a D6. And then I will bonus action Healing Word on myself because that hurt. And before I end my turn, that's 6 healing. Did I go through the cylinder and get hurt, or did it stop me in the cylinder and I got hurt? Like, did I make it through even though I got damaged, or did it like stop me?
No, if you still had movement, you could have run through it.
Okay, well, I definitely would have. So I would be, if I can be, I'd like to be 30 feet on the other side of the way we were past trees.
Because you dashed, right? Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, then that would be my turn then. I healed and did deal 1 Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Which is for any ability check, right?
No, ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay.
You can add the D6.
Next is another one of the trees, who is going to go after you, Doc, since you were the other one that hit the goat. Oh, geez, that's not any better. 11.
That misses.
Okay. Dild.
I'm gonna move up and do a how many? Let's see. I guess there's 2 trees that are close to our guys, and there's 2 trees that are still haven't had their turn yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to see if I can catch how many of them and the goat I can put in a 15-foot cone with my burning hands.
So you can hit the goat and the 2 trees.
Okay, perfect. Let's do that. So they are making dexterity saving throws,
All right.
and they're trying to beat a 14.
Historically, trees haven't been very dexterous.
We'll see.
Okay, first is going to be a 7 on the goat. That's not going to work probably.
No, that is a fail.
That's a 2 and a 3, so they all fail.
All right.
That's a lot of dice.
That's going to be 16 fire damage for each of them.
Okay.
And any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried also cast. So I don't know if the trees are just like lit now.
Interestingly, they are not.
So we're not using for firewood tonight then.
So when you say that, are you saying it doesn't look as though that damaged them any, or they're just not caught on fire?
They're not caught on fire.
Okay.
Next up is this mountain goat that stands back up on its hind hooves and transforms into a frost druid who is going to move the moonbeam, which is only a 5-foot radius, so it can only hit 1 person. I believe you can move it on a turn. You can use an action to move the beam up to 60 feet in any direction. Yes. And it's going to move it onto you, Dild. So once you start your turn in it, it is going to damage you. I think that only has one action. Yeah. Okay. Next up is the 3rd tree, which is going to also attack Tickles. That's a bit better. That's a 21 to hit.
Okay, I guess that hit.
A tree hit.
That is 10 bludgeoning damage.
I have resistance to bludgeoning, so that's what, half?
5.
Yeah.
And then the 4th tree is going to join in the attack on Doc. That's another 11. That's not going to do it. So we're back to the top of the order, and Doc.
I will attack the goat again.
Well, it's no longer a goat. It is now a frost.
Oh, well, yeah, the goat man.
Now, I have a question. Does that druid still have the damage from when it was a goat?
We don't know.
You don't know.
15 to hit
That hits.
for 6 damage.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to use bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon. That'll be a 25 to hit
Yep.
for 9 damage.
What does it look like?
A hammer.
A big hammer?
Yeah.
Is it ornate?
Yeah.
Okay. Tickles.
I'm going to attack the druid. That's a 16.
That hits.
That's only I get that to 7, and I did add the 2.
Okay. Next up is the tree that attacked Tickles, or the first tree that attacked Tickles. That's a 14 to hit.
It hits.
8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So that's 4.
Gish.
Yes. Reactions are taken outside of your turn, right? You can't take them on your turn. Wait, never mind. Well, I mean, you can't take a reaction on your turn, right?
Correct. A reaction must be done to somebody else's action.
To someone else's action. Okay. Well, what I'd like to do is cast Shatter, and it has a 10-foot radius on a point that I choose. If I can, I'd like to put it at the point where I can get the druid and as many of the trees as I can in that damage area, potential damage area.
I would, without hitting any of your compatriots, I would let you hit the druid in one tree because the trees are
in one tree.
Trees are big. They're trees.
If I was okay hitting a compatriot, would that gain me how many trees?
For every compatriot you hit, you can hit another tree. I'll give you that.
Thanks.
We'll just go with the druid in one tree then.
Okay.
We'll hit all.
Although I could heal them. All right, so it's time to shatter. Let's go, bada bada. And then that will be a Constitution saving throw for the druid and a tree.
All right.
Are the trees blocking your vision? Is it beneath the trees where Gish can't see?
The druid got a 13.
Fail.
And the tree got an 18.
Okay, so I'm going to read this, and you tell me when it comes to the tree how this works. I don't know, being magical, I'm not sure. A creature made of inorganic. Oh wait, never mind. Trees are organic, so never mind. Okay, so that's 3d8 thunder damage. So let me roll that. The druid takes it all, and the other one takes half. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 7. So that's 14 thunder damage to the druid, and 12 half
7.
that to the 7 to the tree.
Gotcha.
And any non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area. I don't think that applies here, but there you go.
Okay.
And let's see. Tickles got hit only once, right?
No, I'm down. I got hit a couple times.
You got hit a couple times. Okay, well then I'll bonus action healing word. And so Tickles, you will heal 9 points.
Okay, thank you.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. Next up is the first tree that attacked Doc last round. It's going to attack you again. It's a 16 to hit.
That misses.
Oof, a doof. All right, it is Dild's turn.
All right, how many can I get in my cone this time?
Well, first of all, you have to take moonbeam damage.
Oh yeah, let's do this. Let's do the moonbeam.
All right. 7 points of radiant damage. Oh,
Ooh.
you got to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Let's see. That's a 15.
That does save, but I misread my dice, so that was actually 10 damage. So you take 5.
So,
and I need to message you something on Instagram.
is that is that considered another creature's action? The triggering of that?
Only the moving of it, I think, was
I
the
moved
wizard moved it as their action, but
Like, I couldn't do my
it acts
reaction to that,
independently.
right?
Yeah, It's independent of that.
So still no reaction. All right.
If he has to move it, then that'll be his. That's what he did last time.
Okay. Well,
I'll let you decide how to do this.
Alrighty. You can also just text it to me. I mean, it doesn't have to be.
I am texting you. Well,
Oh.
sorry, I texted you on Instagram, but I can text it to you on. Oh, you saw it.
It doesn't change anything in this moment because I'm not, this is, the normal,
Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I will. So how many can I get in my cone? I figure I'm going to move out of the moonlight and like try to angle as many of the trees and the druid into a cone of burning hands as I can.
15 feet is the cone.
Correct.
You can get two trees or the druid and a tree.
I'll do the druid and a tree, and they
Okay.
got to make a dexterity saving throw.
Gotcha. The druid rolled a 7. That's not going to do it. And an 8 for the tree. So those are both
No good. Yeah.
8 failed.
That was 13 fire damage.
Oof.
And I moved out of the moonbeam to do that, I hope.
I would assume you did, yes. Okay, is that it?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty then. Okay. It's the druid's turn, and she is going to cast an ice storm. 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. I'm going to make this hit Gish, Doc, and Dild, 'cause you're all right there fighting these guys.
I'm 30 feet away.
Sorry, I meant Tickles, Doc, and get Dild. So I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw. The number to beat is a 14.
Got an 11.
I got a 13. You said I had to get a 14? God damn it.
Yep.
So can I?
Sucks.
I can't use my reaction for this either, can I?
What is your reaction to something that is a melee attack?
No, it's I can use a 1 bardic inspiration as a reaction to give a creature within 60 feet a penalty on either an attack roll, damage roll, or ability check.
Or you can give it against a damage roll that I'm about to make, but
I was
Okay.
gonna say I haven't used my bardic inspiration. Can I?
Yeah,
I'm
that
not-
works on the saving throw.
Yeah, but I'm not supposed to know what the total is before I use it, right? Is that not fair? Does
I
that
can
make sense?
double check if you want.
Because Alec told me the number to beat
That is
first,
correct.
and now I know that I'm one
yeah,
away.
I mean that's my fault if you want to use it.
I would absolutely. So I mean, even if I got a 5, so like yeah.
Yeah. Tickles, what'd you roll?
Get half now.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I rolled an 8, so I didn't
Okay.
make it.
So Dild saves and Doc and Tickles, you do not. So I'm going to roll the damage.
Just for future reference, you can wait until after the D20 is rolled before deciding to add the bardic inspiration die, but it must be decided before the DM says whether the roll succeeds or fails.
That's what I thought.
Okay, those of you who did not save,
I'll go ahead and do my reaction if that's okay to
or
reduce that.
yep,
That's a 5 by whatever you were going to say.
okay. Those of you who did not save will take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and 17 points of cold damage.
Ouch.
You're welcome for what good it did.
And Dilge will take half that.
So instead of 27, I'm taking 14? 14?
14.
What was
Holy
it again? How much
crap.
bludgeoning and how much cold?
10 bludgeoning, 17 cold.
27
Yours is
total.
So you
Pickles
take,
was half because he was raging.
yeah.
Holy crap.
Yep, that's a bad one.
Badass.
All right.
And then the first tree, the next tree is going to attack Tickles again. It's a 9. That's not going to hit. And the last tree is going to attack Doc. That is a 13. That's not going to hit. Correct?
Correct.
Back to the top of the order. I'm rolling really bad with these trees, man. It's a good thing for you guys. Doc.
Oh, right. Use the spiritual weapon to attack the. Well, that you said ice storm. So that is that like a one-time thing, or is it still like going on above us?
No, it is a one-time thing.
Okay, that's what I was guessing. I just wanted to make sure
the-
there wasn't.
Affected area is difficult terrain until the end of my turn, but
Okay.
it's just like it's like a fireball. It just happens and it's gone.
Gotcha. That's kind of what I was thinking, but I was just making sure. All right. Spiritual weapon attack. That's a. Oh, sorry. Need to roll. See if it hits. 18 to hit.
Yep.
11 damage.
All right. What does this look like?
It's like a fancy hammer, and it could just come just sort of spinning and just smacks her in the side of the head.
Okay.
I'm very descriptive there.
It smacks her and she takes off like a baseball from Barry Bonds bat and just goes flinging into the wilderness. And seeing that, the trees all transform into humanoid shapes and go running after her. And you are out of combat.
Damn.
I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing.
I bet you are.
That is 16.
Do I get any of that?
Yeah, everybody does.
Okay.
Because I would have waited till Gish came over towards us and then cast it.
Q. Does anyone still look very bloody, or everyone look good after that?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm not very bloody, but I'm injured, but I'm okay.
Well, that was
Interesting.
it got our goat, didn't it?
No, we didn't get it didn't get our goat because
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I guess we should continue on then, yes.
yeah, I guess so.
All right.
So you said we were in a plane?
Not an airplane, but
No, yeah, a plane of
It's
snow,
yeah, it's like, an open field.
and that we could see the mountain. So, how close are we to the mountain? Like, could we make it there within like a day's journey?
Yeah.
Because I assume we would want to rest a minute, but probably not in an open plain.
I mean, it depends on what happens along the way, but
Well, I vote
until
for
you
risk.
reach at least until you reach the foot of the mountains, there is not much. I mean, it's hard to tell because it's snowy and dark, but you know, the mountains, because of the moonlight, you can like see them against the sky. You know what I mean? But you can't like see any detail of them.
Then I guess we trek forward then, huh?
Yep.
All right. You get about what appears to be about, I guess, from where you are to where the foot of the mountains you believe are roughly halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway. And you see a large figure lumbering in your direction, but it is in the distance at the moment.
Is it so large that it looks as though it won't even notice us, or just really large, like it would hurt if it hit?
Yes, it will certainly notice you. It is not like hundreds of feet tall. It is just larger than a human.
Hey, it was a legitimate question.
It was.
It never hurts to ask.
So is it? Are we still in an open plain area, or is there like
Yes.
any? Okay, so there's no way around.
There's some like hills to it, so you could like duck behind one of the.
Can I try stealthing close enough to see what it is?
No.
Sure.
All right. Well,
I'm going to try to dig a hole and bury myself.
Oh, can we do that?
It is snow.
Can I
24.
turn him into a mermaid and put like fake boobs on him out of snow? Like he's at the beach.
24.
Yeah, you can get fairly close enough to see that this is clearly an ice troll.
An ice troll.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I would like to try to go back to the group.
Yes.
Stealthing.
Yep,
I
make
approve
a
this.
stealth roll for me.
I approve this method. This is not a let's just run right through the trees move.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit more than than trees.
Is it?
That'd be a 21.
Yep, you make it back to the group, and this does not seem to react to you guys of yet.
Okay. I let them know what it is, and So, do you want to try like digging a hole, or hide behind a little hill? See what we can do. I mean, some of you aren't very stealthy. What do you want to do? Or, I mean, we could fight it, but
No, I don't like the fight plan.
Right, though, can we get around the
we're in an open plain, Tickles.
Well, unlike the goat and the trees, this hasn't acted as if it's clocked you as of yet.
Right.
Is it moving or just sitting?
It is moving in your direction.
So
Let's,
we're gonna need to find a place to hide, or we're gonna need to face it.
Or try to move away from it.
I have an idea. Let's step to the side, and I can minor illusion another hill in front of us, and we lay down and let it pass by. What do you think?
That sounds like a major illusion.
I was going to say, how big can a minor illusion be?
Well, I figured just enough to like be like 5 feet high, just right there to sort of hide us from its vision. I mean, I
So you
figured
mean-
it's snowy and hard to see anyway. So.
You just sort of mean cover us in a snowbank.
Yeah, something like that. Not.
It can be no larger than a 5-foot
5 foot
cube.
cube.
Yeah.
So you could cover one of you
Well, how about 3 foot high, and then whatever length that'll give me, and then we sort of dig down a little bit.
Like 100 feet.
I'm just trying to give extra help. It's not going to be the thing.
It is a cube. It is not a stretchable shape. So
Okay, well,
5 feet by maximum of 5 feet in any direction.
Okay, well that then. But like a snowbank, and then we dig in and it just tries to help us. It's not the main thing.
Sure.
Can we just dig down in the snow and then use his minor illusion over the hole that we used to dig through?
Yeah. That'll work. And we're to the side of him. Obviously, we go like 20 feet to the side and dig in.
We can't just so we're coming up to the foot of the mountain, right? And then as we're doing this, we see an ice troll coming towards us. And we can't go. Is it possible for us to just take off and go towards another direction towards the mountain?
We're in an open plain.
Yeah, but
the only way that
to answer your question, Tickles, make a perception check for me, please.
Okay. $13.
Okay. With a 13, you can notice that this figure, this troll, is lumbering at a fairly slow pace. It's not like jogging, but it's not, really. It's moving with purpose, but not fast. So you get the sense that if you wanted to run from it, you could run faster than it is moving to get away from it. But running in this snow in these conditions would give the potential of of levels of exhaustion. So
Gotcha. Okay.
And I would also assume it could decide not to lumber and walk or run itself.
Well, if it sees you, but it has not seen you yet.
So our options are to dig a hole and hide, or to keep going.
Or to face it head on.
Well, that's what I meant, to keep going.
Or you can run away.
Or we can run away.
Looks like this is a show of hands case here. So, Tickles, what do you want to do?
Well, I always want to go forward.
Okay. Well, I go for the whole idea. Doc?
I kind of go for the whole idea.
Dild?
Same. Yeah. I think
Who it is?
off to the side, dig in, hide. Let's see what happens.
Okay. I'm with it.
Okay. You try to dig this little hole and you cast your minor illusion on top of it to try and obscure you a bit. And you just keep your heads down and hope for the best. And you hear this troll getting closer and closer, and you can start to hear it breathing, and you can hear the ice crunching under its feet. And it feels like it's right on top of you. And we'll see you next week.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. Whenever it gets to 10 minutes till, I'm like, okay, how is Alec going to do this?
I try my best. Well, thanks everyone for joining. Gordon, JP, we'll see you hopefully again soon in the actual game. Hopefully next week. I don't think anything's going on.
I think so.
Gordon, always appreciate you hanging out for the majority of these. It is appreciated. I hope we're entertaining you. Circumstances was also in the chat for a bit. Thanks for stopping by. And thanks to anyone who's watching this on the replay. That's just awesome. Super cool that you're taking your time to watch our shenanigans. In the meantime, we will see you next week. John and I have a book club this week. So come check that out. We're going to be talking about Blood Hunt, right?
Yes, sir, on your channel.
Cool, on my channel. So right here.
So is that tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
In the meantime, good Lord.
Guys, it's time to take your medicine.
I was going to say, get time to wake up and never turn your back on an ice troll. Goodbye.